Well, good afternoon, magandang tanghali, and welcome to today's episode of My PI Dream. We have an exciting episode today for the DIY folks, and it has to do with installing a threshold. If you've never installed a threshold, or even if you've installed or replaced thresholds on your house, you might get some tips from today's episode that you might find valuable in any type of a change out of a threshold later on. Well, let's go ahead and get today's episode started. So without further delay, let's get today's video underway. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the purpose of a threshold. The threshold is actually put at the base of a door. It's like a little riser that keeps things like drafts, moisture, rain from blowing up underneath the door, because if there's a little bit of a gap up underneath the door. And even here in the Philippines, it's really important because we have a lot of reptiles all over the place, and reptiles can be anything from lizards to even snakes.
No way.
So you want to make sure that you have some kind of seal inside there that will prevent those type of creepy crawly things from getting inside your house. Now, it's not unusual inside the Philippines for houses to be built without any threshold, and I'm going to give you an example right now. This is our front door here at Villa Feliz, and you can see, even though we have a black granite threshold, but it's not a waterproof threshold where we have anything that's preventing anything from getting up underneath. Here, let me try to get down really low, and you can see the gap. Look at the size of the gap that we have right here. If we were to look from the inside, you see light coming through this area right here, which can also enable things like creepy crawler things to get in and out, like I said in the introduction this morning. So we have a small threshold, but you can see there's nothing else but this granite threshold right here, and it's going to be like this throughout our house. There's not one place inside our house that has a weatherproof type of a threshold. Now, this is the entrance into our garage basement area from the steps that lead up from the second floor. And you can see we have no threshold at all inside here. This little piece right here is just the guide for our little screen. But what I did do earlier to try to keep the creepy crawlers out, I put this little weather stripping down here. This is very easy. You screw it on to the bottom of your door, and it works pretty good until something like a mouse tries to get in. And what the mice will do, they'll go ahead and eat some of the bottom of the rubber stripping that's on there to try to get inside the house. So this is effective, but not as effective as what we're going to do today. Now, although you can do thresholds inside your house, today what we're really focusing on is on exterior thresholds, basically for waterproofing and keeping those things we talked about earlier from getting inside the house. So let's go inside the garage, and I'm going to show you an example of the type of threshold that we're going to be installing in today's project. And here's the material we're going to use today. This is our actual threshold itself. I picked these up on Amazon.com. There's many different manufacturers, different sellers that you can get from, but I chose this one with the hardwood up here and an anodized surface underneath this side right here to match the black threshold path that we have going into the house. Most of the time this will be like an aluminum. Here, I'll show you. I actually have one for another project. Now, this is typically what you would normally find in most houses in the US. This, instead of the anodized black right here, this is just an optional feature that you can have inside here. I actually like this a little bit better, but I'm concerned right now with the durability. Will it get scratched up and all as we go along in the years? Time will tell on that. But again, this one, it looks like an aluminum type of a threshold right here, is mostly what you would see installed in most houses in the US. Now, what you're going to find if you order a threshold on Amazon, it's going to be mostly in the length of 36 inches. So I was talking about earlier why I've got two of these, because most main doors on houses in the Philippines are a few inches wider than 36 inches, so which means that what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to take two of these, and we're going to end up putting them just like this. We're going to put them end to end, and then we're going to cut off a little bit on this end and cut off a little bit on that end, because this is going to be more of a perfect cut in between these two right here. So we're going to use the manufacturer's cut for the center point right here, but we're going to have to use two so that we have one full-size threshold. Now the main waterproofing feature that we have on this configuration here, with the threshold on the bottom and this weatherproofing strip on the top, this strip itself is going to do most of the waterproofing, because you see it has this little wipe underneath the bottom, and they come in a variety of different styles and designs, and they all work, but this is what was available that I could get sent over here to our address here inside the Philippines. And their mounting, you can see up on the top right here, it has these little spikes. So we're going to use something similar to a kerf blade to cut about a 1/8 inch groove, or two 1-inch grooves, like you'll see one over here in the bottom of the door. This is going to slide inside, and the way it's designed, you can see this is like a little arrowhead, which will prevent it from falling out. It'll go in nice and tight, but won't come back, won't pull out. And this is going to sit basically just like this, right on top. You see, it's going to sit right on top of the wooden part of the threshold right here, and when the door opens, it's just going to give us a nice weatherproof tight connection between the strip and the threshold itself. In most type of applications here inside the Philippines, anything that has to do with wood, you're going to want to treat it for termites. And what I use here, I use this Selignum all around clear. It's a microemulsion technology that you can use a paintbrush, you can use it in a spray, if you have a compressor with a sprayer, but you want to allow that to soak into your wood with about 2 to 3 coats before you do any light sanding, and before you apply your final coat, which is what we're going to use, is another Selignum product that is made for outdoor decking. It's a deck stain that's going to be very similar to the mahogany that we've done on the pavilion and the other projects around Villa Feliz here. So I've already I did this last night. I've given it an opportunity to dry, and hopefully we won't have any problems with termites in the future here. Now, the way this actually works, you can see there's screws on the bottom here, and these screws will screw in, and this will fit nice inside here. You just screw these down, and you can raise or lower the height of your threshold in the event that you haven't cut your door properly for that weatherproof strip. You can do all the adjustments right here. So even if you make a few millimeters error, this is very forgiving and very easy to correct it, so that you have the same level of the waterproof strip touching this part of the frame once you've completed the installation. Next thing we need to do is go upstairs, measure the width inside the door frame, and we're going to do that with actually a really neat tool you'll get to see here in just a moment. Now, in the doorway right here, our threshold is going to be going between this spot right here on the inside of the door, up underneath the door, all the way to this area right here. So that's going to be our maximum size right there. Well, and then what I'm going to do on the door jamb itself, I'm going to use a special saw to be able to cut out so that we can slide the new threshold up underneath this frame right here. You know what most everybody has in their house? They have a tape measure, and they measure between this side. We're going to go from this corner right here, and we're going to go all the way over to this side of here, and you can see our measurement is a little over, I'm going to say a little over 39 inches or 99 centimeters, but it's just a little bit more, and we want it to be as accurate as possible. We want it to fit as tight as possible in between the door jambs. So what I have is this really neat tool right here, this Bosch, the DLE70 Professional. This is a laser measuring tool. Basically, you take one side and you put it up against, let's see, you put it up against here like this right here. Open the door. All right, sit it right up against the door jamb. You run the laser to this side over here, and I'll show you in just a minute. And we'll see what it says, how close to 99 centimeters that it actually does the measurement. And we can do it the other way also. We can go from this side, from here to back over here. You just turn it on. You hit the button for the laser. You can see our laser over there. At the very bottom. Then you come back here and you hit the button let's see, one more time, and it will give you a measurement, and our measurement says, so we can get over here where we can see it a little bit better, 90.994 meters, or 99.4 centimeters. Now let's take that measurement, go down to the basement, do some cutting on our threshold, and we'll just continue from there. But before I go, I just want to say, give a big shout out and a big thanks to my good friend Jürgen Peters from Germany. Jürgen was the one who donated this laser measuring device, and I'm going to get lots of good use. So anyway, thank you so very much, Jürgen, for this great, wonderful tool. With both the pieces cut out, and they're going to go next to each other just like this, and this will end up making the full size of that, what was it, 99.4 centimeters. Then I'm going to, right now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do some light sanding on the wood. I'm going to stain this well before I actually do the installation, and then we're going to remove these. We're going to drill some anchors that hold this down into the concrete itself, and we'll talk about different methods when we get back up to the front door. But let me go ahead and do some finishing. Now I'm going to put some deck stain. You can see I've already started right here. I'm going to put 2 to 3 coats of the Selenium deck stain on here, and this will give a protective coat. It will beat up the moisture. It's meant for outdoor decks, deck flooring, fencing, and things like that. So it's really good for the outdoor humid environment. Now the test fitting looks really good. I don't think I could have gotten any closer. It's a nice tight fit right here. It's perfectly good up on both sides. I think that laser measurement tool really helped me nail down the accuracy of this. Now the next thing we have to do, we have to drill some holes. You can put 2 on each side or 1 on each side. Since this is secured and held up underneath here, under this side and this side of the door jamb, it might be okay to just put like 1 anchor right here and 1 anchor right here, because the rest of this is not going anywhere. So let me go ahead and mark it, drill some holes, put some anchors down, and go ahead and secure this down to the floor. Alright, there we have it. It's all done. I lost sunlight today, but I was able to get everything in. It's completed. There's caulking underneath. I did the silicone caulking underneath and in the front here, in this area right here. And that will also be another layer of protection against any type of water that might try to get up underneath. But we're on a patio that's covered right here, so we don't really have much of a problem. Let's take a look when we open the door, and you can feel it's nice having, oh hey there young lady. And it's nice having that layer now, an extra layer of the waterproofing rubber seal underneath there, or the water resistant thing that keeps the water from going up inside, as well as the bugs. And we'll take a look at it from the inside. Well, that project came out really good. I'm really happy with that. Anyway, I'm gonna have to clean up here and get ready for dinner. If you enjoyed today's project, or if you enjoy projects like these, please let me know. Please give me a thumbs up, please share. And if you have not subscribed, you can subscribe by clicking on the little My PI Dream heart in the bottom right hand side of your screen. You'll be subscribed, and if you ring that bell, you'll be notified next time I upload a new video. So until such time, from right here in the very beautiful, beautiful Philippines, you have a wonderful and blessed day. If you enjoyed today's episode and you would like to see more just like these, just click on one of the helpful links over to your right and you might be able to pick up on some good information on DIY projects, how to, or if you are interested in moving to the Philippines and building, you'll find answers there as well.